Welcome to class. So today I'm going to show you how to do a nasal unblocking technique. So a few months ago I worked with Patrick McKeown in Ireland, and Patrick McKeown is a well-known author of a book called The Oxygen Advantage. He studied with Dr Buteyko to adapt and create the Buteyko Method breathing. And it's basically breath techniques to help athletes as well as children and all sorts of people with cardiovascular diseases, asthma, adenoids in children and adults as well. People that have a hard time breathing, apnea, people that have PTSD, panic disorders, anxiety issues, all sorts of issues, a whole range. But the very first technique that we learn in Buteyko training is the nasal unblocking. And, as somebody who could speak on, I live with animals, so someone who could speak to the how you feel when you wake up living with animals and you have just a stuffy nose and, allergy symptoms, headaches, hay fever, stuffy nose and itchy eyes and itchy throat and all these things that we really shouldn't be having, but we live in these homes and we have central AC, or maybe you don't. Maybe you live in a home where you don't have that. It's very stuffy, and living with animals is very abnormal. It's not a normal thing to do, but we live in a very strange time, and this is what we do. We have animals in the home, and one way to help aid in the unblocking, medications, yes, but I'm not really an advocate for taking those medications, as a lot of the medications, for me personally, didn't work too well, and then they would lead to other things. And so it's the way it is with medications is it takes care of one thing and then it adds some other ailments. And so I just didn't really feel like I was getting a great benefit out of them, and they can retain water and in the body, and just lead to things that I just didn't want to do. So I found this technique to be very useful for me, and Dr. Buteyko as well as Patrick McKeown, working with thousands of people. This technique works with pretty much everybody except for maybe a select few, and those people generally have a physical ailment or physical condition that would lead them to this technique not to work for them. And so it's very, very simple. It does involve a breath hold, and so if you are pregnant, maybe you should stay away from this one. Breath holds are not the best thing to do when you're pregnant. So, but for anybody else, give it a shot. If you suffer from panic disorder or severe anxiety, take it easy and see how you feel after doing this. But I'll demonstrate and I'll go over a little bit of the science, but really the science is really, they're not really sure exactly how or why this works, but they believe it's the nitric oxide that builds in the nose that opens the blood vessels and allows you to breathe a little bit better. And so basically you just are breathing normally. You sit in a nice comfortable position like I am here, upright, and you breathe in and then you exhale normally, and then you pinch the nose and hold. And by holding the nose to take your mind off of the fact that you're holding your breath while you're exhaling, which is more difficult than holding your breath when you inhale, you plug the nose and then you nod the head up and down or left and right, whatever's going to distract you from holding your breath. And then the moment you feel like you need to take a breath in, then you just let go and breathe normally and give yourself a moment, so about a minute. So all in all, this will take about 5 minutes for you to do, and you can do this at any point in the day, and it will temporarily unblock your nose, and you'll be able to breathe regularly. So it feels really nice. But it usually takes about six cycles of doing this before you feel yourself open up. So if you want to try it, come to a nice comfortable seated position. I like to sit on a little meditation pillow because then my head, neck, and torso are in alignment and I'm breathing much more naturally. But feel free to sit on a chair or however you'd like to sit. But just relax and breathe in and out, and then plug your nose and hold and nod up and down like this. Let go, and then inhale through the nose, out through the nose. And you want to calm your breathing down, just a very light breath. In Buteyko, it's breathe light to breathe right. And you know, the mouth is only an emergency breath apparatus. We're not supposed to breathe in and out through the mouth unless absolutely necessary. The nose is what filters and humidifies the air and allows the lung capacity to expand. So when you're inhaling through the nose and you follow the breath, it travels and it goes all the way down into the diaphragm. And if you place your fingers next to the lower ribs as you inhale, you can really feel that diaphragm expand like a balloon with each inhale. And then as you exhale, you feel that balloon contract. And so that's all there is to that. And so you can do about 6 cycles of the breath technique. Inhale, exhale, hold the nose, nod, let go, take a minute, and continue until you can breathe like a champion. So that's all there is to this technique. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Till Valhalla, namaste.